This is DWJE 88.1 FM Radio Pangasinan, whose sole mission is to inform, to educate, to entertain, delivering to all Pangasinenses news that is true, public service that is sincere, commentary that is fair, and entertainment that is proudly Pangasinense. This is your DWJE 88.1 FM Radio Pangasinan, going beyond just being number one, working towards total domination.
Jadaguban, walay saksakay ang radio station ya iyayag nasaray gupenyo. Jadbunuan binlo.
Paborito.
Bunuan buking.
Paborito.
Bunuan gese.
Paborito.
May.
Paborito.
Karat.
Paborito.
Tanjad na.
Paborito.
Aya.
So 88.1 Radio Pangasinan. This is Pangasinan First Network Corporation in the Gupan City. DWJE 88.1 FM Radio Pangasinan. Ang susunod na programa ay rated GP.
GP? Ano yun?
Garantisado ang burrito. Sa programa nadala saray ay sa kiyanawa sa opinion unlinaan na saray umbalay at saray issue yung makakaapekto at bilay kawayangan tan kalpagan na balang sinansakay lignaay babalay kaulop tan kaantabay susaray manangilaban at kanapagan tan kawayangan at saray umbalay kapaborito RJ Jimenez tan kapaborito Joseph Kanilang Bacani lignaay babalay naringalan Lunes yanggad Biyernes alas 8 yanggad alas 9 nakabuasan at DWJE 88.1 FM Radyo Pangasinan lignaay babalay.
Good morning! Naimbagal daw, bigat kata kayo amin na po. Maabigya kabuasan, Pangasinan Dagupan. Wadya tila lamat yung mga iparuntal na sari balita, issue tan komentaryo ni Pakar at Sari Matuan. Liknay Bali! Diyan nga rin na si kapaborito tayo RJ Jimenez, always at your service. Nakalot na kantabit sa agaw na Huwebes, Petsa 20 at bulan na Nobyembre taon 2025. Sa magtarilingkor magtariyon kapaborito, Joseph Kanilang Bacani. Siyempre, kalotan kantabit timat at technical side. Ang gapay orom. Sa alanlanag at puso ng Madam Charis, Engineer Nixon Dakal. Countdown at atang tanagagik 35 days more to go. Antisiaman Pasko at atang tanagagik. At untan la sulikat gayaga na saray liknaan na saray gugaw. Lapod saray nanunang dalaran man kid jam ira ya Christmas lights pati Christmas tree. Pero sa ipitalaran da aramay nanandan mararakap iran adorno ditan at plaza na sa bali na kalasyaw. Kapigan kasi. Kapigan kasi so sa may tatawagan dan opening tan lighting ceremony. Balita kasig singer lata na tatang tanagagi ka. Umpanod saya last week na November. Aglapiga. At si katulatan sa panulsol damat. So satay pitan sitmat na kalasyaw. Christmas village. Ya tatawagan da at tatang tanagagi. Ditan mismo at plaza. Nasay bali na Kalasyaw. Pero dyan sari arumya lugar, nanang nyula, sang kanang ng latat ng tanagagi, pati sari ang kakabalag giant Christmas tree, watan laya, san kabantag, bibisita la nasari tutuo. Pero dyan da syudad na nagupan, pulas ni at atang tanagagik, pulas ni, so sa may pangipapalagay da na sa may giant Christmas tree. Anto kasi itsura ng Christmas tree tayo natin dyan syudad na Dagupan. Ay, kumusta laramay napupuyat? Napupuyat at panalagarda na saratay ayuda. Malalapod city government. Balitak hanggang alas 11, alas 12 kayo mo. Napupuyat kayo. Masyado itagariyo. Mataga-taga kayo mo, agagig. Alas 11, alas 12 labi ay. Wala ni unta niya distribution. Extended sa office hours na sa gobyerno hanggang alas 12 labi. Matibay. Kalamor kimat atatang tanagagik anto kalamor kimat tegariyo agagik gano oras lay kakaogip, oras lay pampainawa kumon at watan kinin manalagar nasaratay ayuda kaskasyan kayon maong na abagi takilan maong. Pero malikat kimat balot, anto? Malikat kimat. Talagang mipuyatan kimat. Makalaki labatlan na ayuda. Pigarte ayuda ayan nalayaw. Nayari kayo? Ano ba yan? Yan na ba yung sinasabi nilang ang taong nagigipit, kumakapit sa patalim? Ganyan na ba yon? Di bali malikot kayo, anta? Ay, walay nalayon ayuda, anta? Ay, sus. May panawagan po ang Pangulo ng CBCP, Catholic Bishops Conference of the Philippines. Sa pamumuno po ni Caloocan Bishop Cardinal Pablo Virgilio David. Panawagan para sa public participation. Public participation sa gaganaping anti-corruption protest mula sa November 23 hanggang November 30. Ando kay? Andi. Talosan kun maong. November 23 tan November 30. 2 consecutive Sundays. Aliwan amay manlapod 23. Dire-diretson sa Kisimbaya man sampot at November 30. Ande. Nuwagta for 2 consecutive Sundays starting November 23 and November 30, meron po silang tatawaging anti-corruption protest. Ang sabi ni Cardinal David, parang antibodies daw ito. Kailangan kumilos para mapalakas ang resistensya ng bansa sa kanser ng korupsyon. Ang tanong, Kardinal, magagamot pa ba? Pag sinabi po ninyong kanser kasi, parang walang gamot para sa kanser. Hindi ho ba? Meron na ho ba tayong gamot na nakakagamot ng kanser? As far as I can remember, wala pa. Di ho ba, Kardinal? Wala pa hong natutuklasang gamot ng ating mga siyentista, ng ating mga dalubhasa, gaano man kagaling, katalino, katalisiw, so kanunutan da, anggan natan, angga po ni nadidiskubre dan tambal, ya makatambal at sa atay sakit ya cancer. Kaya ang tanong kardinal, pag sinabi po ninyong cancer ang corruption, may gamot na ba tayo sa cancer? Tanong lang ho, kardinal ha. Pero maganda rin yung panawagan po ninyo para ma-remind siguro ang ating pamahalaan at saya korupsyon. Yan nalilik na tayo natatang tanagagik. Imagine billions of pesos. Billions of pesos at atang tanagagik sa pantutungtungan tidya. And the biggest one is 100 billion compared sa may pabagdan 125 million. May intelligence fund na Office of the Vice President. In fairness naman, what is 125 million sa 100 billion? Katiting. Agauntan at atang tanagagik. Natan, sa ibabagan ng Senador Panfilo Lacson, nagauntan, at gapi pakaanta na presidente sa atay 100 billion. Gapi pakaanta na Malacanang at sa atay 100 billion, wala kuno'y duwaran makan kasalanan. Sa ibabagato ng Senator Lacson, tututulan to si Olay Baratan Bersamin, may ugaw apo ng dating Executive Secretary Bersamin. Si Olay Baratan si Bersamin, si kararaya so samay nan kasalanan, nan gawa, nasa tay 100 billion insertion. Si katute ipapal sa natan. And kinan Presidente Bongbong Marcos. Pero wala may atupot da atatang tanagagi. Abitlati lamang man so sa may intelligence fund na sa may yakwinistyon ng saman. Nasaray senador, manunaladtan si Senadora Risa Ontiveros. Yamarundaan bahalat natan. No 125 million pesos ya budget na si Office of the Vice President maingal. Madangol ya kwanda no jad asutan atatang tanagagi. Pero natan tasay pantutungtungan at bilyon akinat marundon irakwan. Katutaylik na ay umbalin natan atatang tanagagi. Tanasaman mainga-ingal ira. Labir lara labir. Ngaw-ngaw laran ngaw-ngaw. Natan ta 100 billion sa pantutungtungan. Akinat marundun eh. Marundun ira atatang tanagagi. At saya so imbaga natan. Ng Senador Panfilo Lacson ya duwaran totoo. Yan ang resign mo la as member of the cabinet of the President. Si Katay Papal Santo, walay tupat da, Senador Lacson, walay tupat da si kayo ireumbalay. Sa tupat da, can you explain to us how can the President with 4 billion intelligence funds not know that his name is being dropped for 100 billion pesos? In Pangasinan, sa itupot datatong tanagagik, paano nyon i-explika? Paano nyon ipaliwawa at saray tutuo? Yauntan la so pakakagunigon na saylik na ang datatong tanagagik, lapod sa ati bilyon ya kawartan pantutungtungan, ya nababalang at kaban na baloy, agauntan na tatong tanagagik. Paano nyon ipaliwawa at katuuan? Yadyad biyak na sa may balag na intelligence fund na sa Office of the President amounting to 4 billion pesos at atang tanagagik. Maka nang kumuno yan kwarta, karakal na kwarta, 4 billion at atang tanagagik. Ito Paano to kasi itsura to ya? Sa kay traveling bag? pigara kasin traveling bag so na karga, kargaan tuya so 4 billion pesos sa tatang tanagagi. Natan, paano nyo kunon ipaliwawaya, Senador? Direktang tanong kay Senador Panfilo Lacson. Paano nyo ipaliwawa at katuan yadbiyek na sa may kabalag na intel funds na sa opisina na presidente ya unliligad at 4 billion pesos akin at agdaan ta yasay ngaran na presidente uusaran dalamanaya makapagkulkalaw with that budget 4 billion pesos for intelligence fund agdaan tayo sa ngaran na presidente na usarla kantang kwakwartan la nasaray kakaiba to mismo kaulup to mismo at saksakay abong anti kakanaan tumanatan si Rene Kwanda, Senador. So to put that si kayo, anti kakanaan na sa may 4 billion pesos ya intel funds natanay nasa office of the president. Hakinat agdata na antaan. Ay wali kakapuyan nasa tay intel. Nasa office of the president. Kwanda. Taan tayo atatang tanagagik arayay sanlaki laki kong kuta si Executive Secretary retired Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin taan sa may aputo ya si dating Presidential Legislative Liaison Office Undersecretary Adrian Bersamin. So, agla miyembro na gabinete na say presidente si Karamlanti at nan-resign. Pero walay iba baganatan ng retired Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin na hindi raw siya nag-resign. Agakunuyan nan-resign. Agaya nan-resign. Nuagta, si kato at pinersa. Singa pinersa. Ya inakal da atatang tanagagik at bilang miyembro na gabinete. Akin kasi. Akin kasi. Wala man susulat to ng retired Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin. Ya inpalimato mismo at His Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., President of the Republic of the Philippines, dated November 18, 2025. Yasay kwanto jay, Dear Mr. President, my holding the office of Executive Secretary was subject to your presidential prerogative, to which I hereby freely and completely submit myself. Kwanto. With the announcement of the appointment of Secretary Ralph Recto as the incoming Executive Secretary, meaning, nununutan ko natatang tanagagi, inmo nalay anunsyo, si Secretary Ralph Recto, so nalagilan Executive Secretary antiston na antaan, si Rin, na retired Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin. Kinay, anto'y nagagawad malakanya ngay. Nathan, say kwanto, allow me to convey my heartfelt gratitude for the unique opportunity to have served as the 40th Executive Secretary in the office of the President. It has been my great honor serving as the Executive Secretary to cap my nearly 4 decades of government service. Kwanto, 35 years of which were in the judiciary, culminating in my tenure as the 25th Chief Justice of the Philippines. From here on, I will have more time to spend with my family who have stood by me throughout my government service. Rest assured that I will oversee the smooth turned over to Secretary Recto of the functions and responsibilities of the Office of the Executive Secretary. Accordingly, I have directed my staff to extend full assistance to enable a seamless transition to the new secretary. I remain committed to the vision of this towards a bagong Pilipinas. Sa ating extends retired Chief Justice Lucas P. Bersamin. Ya walay signature tunitan atatang tanagagig. Pero sa ibabaga to, Nathan, former Chief Justice, retired Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin, hindi nagugustuhan ngayon ni dating Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin ang pagdawit sa kanyang apo, si dating Presidential Legislative Liaison Office Undersecretary Adrian Bersamin sa umano'y 100 billion pesos insertions sa 2025 national budget. Sa kwanto kilala ko yung batang yan dahil ako ang tumulong sa pag-aaral niyan, kwanto. Mahal na mahal ko si Adrian para kung sariling anak yan. Kung yung pagkaka-implicate sa kanya na masama, hindi ko gusto yan, kwanto. Bakit kaya? Anong nangyayari sa loob ng Malacanang? Tawalay ibabagada atatang tanagagik. Yawalaray sanagi. Yawalad bunag nasatay. Inpakaandi. Retired Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin at Malacanang. Siya pararatan kasi. Yasan nagi. Pawilan tita na tatang tanagagi kat panpatuloy na lignay balik. Kaya rin inasaran pakabat, tan paimano malalapanin sa rin manangang tabay.
Ang puta-putang Iren Balita.
Hindi na ako mananahimik, ilalabas ko ang lahat ng katotohanan. May resibo, may ebidensya, at may pangalan.
68 years old po ang tatay ko nung pinatalsik sa pwesto. 68 years old na rin si Bongbong ngayon.
Anong klaseng kapatid si Senator Amy? Anong klaseng Pilipino si Senator Amy? Kung totoong makapilipino ka, tumulong ka sa pag-iimbestiga.
Ang puta-putang Iren Sunata.
Dame yung
Son ang puta-putang Iren Informasyon. Aya sa #1 pop music station. DWJE 88.1 FM. Radyo Pangasinan.
paborito.
Looking for the perfect holiday experience? DWJE 88.1 FM. Radyo Pangasinan has you covered. Get ready for the Symphony of Hope, Harmonizing Hearts Christmas Concert. Join us for a breathtaking night of your favorite Christmas music, performed by orchestra and choir. Let's come together and celebrate the season. The concert is on Friday, December 5, 2025 at Stadia Hall 3. Tickets are selling fast. So get yours today at St. John's Parish Office. Look for Miss Maya Gabanan. Let yourself be swept away by a majestic performance of classic carols and festive favorites, all set to the theme of hope and unity. Bring your family and friends for an evening where music becomes a bridge and we harmonize our hearts as one. The Symphony of Hope Christmas Concert. Your holiday magic starts here. Parad aliguas, tan arangkaday kalasyaw, ang inyong lingkod sa ating bayan. Ang bawat isa ay mahalaga. Sama-sama na rin itaguyod ang disiplina, malasakit, at tunay na pagbabago. Sa tulong ng inyong suporta, patuloy nating mapapalago ang ating komunidad. Malinis, ligtas, at maunlad. Isang mensahe mula kay Mayor Patrick Agustin Caraman. Kasama ninyo sa bawat hakbang tungo sa progresibong bayan. Alagang Caraman, Kalasyaw, para sa lahat. Tired of the stress and noise of the city? And looking for the perfect getaway? Good thing there's JMac Resort Hotel. Cozy rooms, a refreshing pool, and a peaceful escape for the whole family. Whether you are on a trip, a barkada outing, or even solo retreat, JMax Resort Hotel is the perfect destination. So pack your bags, leave the stress behind, and discover the place where relaxation meets comfort. JMax Resort Hotel, your perfect place for any kind of occasions. JMax Resort Hotel is located at Villanueva Street, Poblacion Norte, Santa Barbara, Pangasinan. For inquiries, you may call at 0947-980-3263 or 075-636-8479. JMax Resort Hotel. Popular sa balita.
Taluran ka tao, naaktuan yaman na susugal, inaristo.
No ginawa miya duga sa trabaho tan talagan na iya at malat, no problem.
Construction of flood control, Lagasit River, Balongaw, Santa Maria, 47 million.
Hindi pa nga nabubura sa kaisipan ng taong bayan yung mga ill-gotten wealth na yan eh.
No.
Diba?
At popular sa musika.
They say tanging ikaw ang katabi, garden in bed.
Ito po ang DWJE 88.1 FM Radyo Pangasinan, ang inyong number one pop music station.
Jad Dagupan, walay saksakay ya radio station ya iyayag nasaray Dagupeño. Jad Herrero,
Paborito.
Lasip Chico,
Paborito.
Lasip Grande,
Paborito.
Lumboy,
Paborito.
Lukaw,
Paborito.
Anjet Maluwad,
Paborito.
Aya,
So 88.1 Radyo Pangasinan. Mas pinapopular ang balita sa Pasko. Mas pinapopular din ang musika sa Pasko. Pangasinan Golfwaves Network Corporation sa Pangasinan. Ito ang inyong number one pop music station. DWJE 88.1 FM Radyo Pangasinan.
DWJE, Merry Christmas Pangasinan. Kahit saang sulok ng Pangasinan, ikaw ang pinag-uusapan ng radyo na paborito ng bayan. DWJE 88.1 FM ang pinapakinggan. Paborito every Pasko, paborito ng kabataan at matatanda. Kasabay ng ilaw, kasabay ng saya, musika at balita, hatid ay pag-asa. Paboritong pakinggan sa bus, tricycle, jeep at mga pisina. Mula umaga hanggang gabi, kasama sa tuwing Pasko'y dumarating na.
Paborito.
Likna ay balay ng Radyo Pangasinan. Ito'y mapapakinggan Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Likna ay balay ng Radyo Pangasinan. Ang inyong kaagapay sa katotohanan.
Tuloy-tuloy sa Lignay, bali at ating talagagik the Radyo Pangasinan. Kaulop kantabi ni siyempre sa aktor yon na kapaborito Joseph Canilang Bacani. Siyempre dyan nga ni si kapaborito yon RJ Jimenez, always at your service. Sa ibabaga natin ng retired Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin at ating tanagagig, I did not resign. Contrary, Sara may pimapaway iran balita, ya si katukuno at non-resign. Sa ikwanto, balibaling dungulan, itay ibabagada, ya non-resign out of delicadeza kwanto. But I did not resign kwanto. Earlier in the day, last November 17, kwanto, someone called to tell I had to go as the executive secretary. The call was not from Malacanang. I informed the President by text that I had no problem exiting. About 2 p.m., the PCO reportedly announced my resignation out of delicadeza. Still, I did not submit any letter as of then. Katulaya may babaga tayo. Akao na lang may karitilad, nautit may kabayo. Last Tuesday, I went to the OES, to my OES, Office of the Executive Secretary, to quickly bring out my personal items and papers, as well as to start a perfect transition with my successor. Before I left for home, I signed my letter expressing my submission to the President's prerogative, with instructions to my staff to bring the letter to the Office of the Appointment Secretary. I left deciding that that would be the last time I would step into that office. Si katutan, so imbagatod sa may sulat to atatang tanagagig. I resigned out of delicadeza. Masarap pakinggan ang out of delicadeza. Pero di naman tutuyan, kwanto. Di ako nag-resign. Hindi ako nag-resign, kwanto. Natan, walay umpapoy natan, walaray, tutuon walad bunag nasaratan yan nagagawa. Sa ibabagadan, may non-trigger, non-trigger nasatan niya issue, asalatan sa Executive Secretary at Malacanang atatong tanagagig. Sa ibabagada, walay duwaran sa nagi. Walay tensyon, yan nagagawa at saray cabinet officials mismo. Ibig sabihin, sika-sikaralay mang kukulkul. Akin ay, ag-ira na kontrol na presidente. Akit sika-sikaray mang kukulkul. Di ba dapat kontrolado ran na presidente? Agaunta na tatang tanagagig, tapat laban. Akin tamang kukulkul irarati anak mo, agmuro na kontrol? What's happening to you? Ibabagada tatang tanagagig, wala agawan kulkulan at bautan din retired Chief Justice Bersamin tan saray sa naging Rimulya. Si Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Rimulya tan si Interior Secretary John Dick Rimulya. Si karanatang kuno so samay makasengag. Ibabagadan makasengag no akin na andid pwesto si retired Chief Justice Bersamin. Lapod saman kuno so samay public remark ng retired Chief Justice Bersamin. Siyempre, dating Chief Justice na Supreme Court itanay. Di antaton ipatalos so lingwahe na lay. Agauntan. Antaton ipatalos so lingwahe na lay. Tawala man lang tiso ni balikas to kuno. Ni paakalad sa may supposed warrant of arrest kontra at kinan Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa. At jad sa may interview at kinan retired Chief Justice Bersamin, abitla to may balo-balo newly promulgated Supreme Court extradition rules. Nanunutan nyo, walay impaway na Supreme Court. Balon lay ni paakarasatay extradition cases aramay sing agawad si dating Presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Yan ti ibabaga na Supreme Court diman. Before yaon narap iraratay citizens na Pilipinas at International Court. Unarap nira at local courts singadjad Pilipinas. Sikatutan so extradition rules. Balo ya extradition rule nasay Korte Suprema. Yasay kwanto natan ng retired Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin. Gauntan. Ya extradition rule promulgated by the Supreme Court apply squarely to De La Rosa. So say gabay to ni baga. With that promulgation na sa Korte Suprema on balon extradition rules at ating tanagagik, aga nagawaan na International Court o nasay Pilipinas ya isuko si Senador Ronald Bato de la Rosa at ICC. Agaunta na tatang tanagagik si katuman so gabay to ni baga. Akapasnok amo natan iresa naging Rimulya. Nagkalalula si Ombudsman Rimulya. Reportedly, he did not appreciate the statement because lapod sa may ayan issue is sensitive political, meron po siyang sensitive political and legal implications. Kanyan nanagawatan ni man asalatan bigla si dating Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin. Grabe persahan to. Sa bagay, anong nang kulatan na persa tatang tanagagig, tasi karay yaong parunta lagauntan nagkalalulan ng kaptangan nasa Maiken. Impan nangawit dating Presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte at The Hague, Netherlands, lagauntan. Kanyan say kondanatan liknaan dari umbali at atong tanagagik say kwanto natan ng Lucas Bersamin, idemanda nyo na lang ako. Idemanda nyo na lang ako para sagutin ko ng tama. Kasi right now, puro innuendo, puro mga pasaring kwanto. Inihayag ni dating Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin na hindi na niya kailangang sumailalim sa pag-iimbestiga ng Senado para sa aligasyon na siya ang mastermind sa umano'y budget insertions. May 100 billion pesos. Ay bali-bali, gabagabay titang tatanagagik. Sagpanday di manda tapenjeruntan, malalaman natin ang katotohanan. We need to know the truth and it is our right to know the truth. Tani walari un gagalaw natin na tatang tanagagik. Sa balita agagik pinag-aaralan daw ng ilang dating opisyal ng gobyerno ang posibleng paghahain ng impeachment case laban kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Ayon kina dating Negros Oriental Representative Jacinto Paras at dating Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission Commissioner Manuelito Luna, tinitimbang pa kung maghahain ng impeachment case laban sa Pangulo. Nakikita umanong basihan para maisulong ito ang hindi pagbeto ng Pangulo sa budget insertions, pagdawit ni Saldico sa kanya at aligasyon sa kanya ni Senador Amy Marcos na gumamit ng illegal na droga. Atan sa ambulabulat at atang tanagagik. Atay aligasyon ng presidential sister Amy Marcos na ang Pangulo natin ay gumagamit ng droga. Taan tayo at atang tanagagik. Aliwan galaw-galaw itan, ibabagatila. Aliwan galaw-galaw itan. Sika bilang isang presidente na Pilipinas sa gauntan na tatong tanagagik, ay agi balbalag so samay responsibilidad mo. Responsibilidad mo at Pilipinas, at bansang Pilipinas, at saray totoo. Balbalag tanya responsibilidad mo. Kaya wala may abasak yalik na anda jay at tatong tanagagik. Sa ikwanto ibasak labalad si kayo. The controversy surrounding President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s refusal to undergo a hair follicle drug test has now evolved into one of the most defining political and constitutional flashpoints of contemporary Philippine history. What began as an unsettling allegation, later reinforced publicly by Senator Amy Marcos herself, has hardened. Dati, parang haka-haka lang. Pero ngayon, pinatutuhanan mismo ng kapatid. Senator Amy Marcos herself has hardened into a national crisis of trust. In moments like this, democracies do not survive on silence or vague reassurances. They survive on truth, transparency, and the willingness of leaders to confront uncomfortable realities. When the president refuses the simplest, most objective method of dispelling suspicion, he forces the nation into a constitutional confrontation. Kwanda. And in that confrontation, it is the people, not the palace, who hold the moral and legal high ground. Agaon tanatatong tanagaging. Yes, ay babagatuyay. So ang hitan naliknaan to atatong tanagaging, Marcos' persistent refusal to undergo a scientifically rigorous, tamper-resistant hair follicle drug test is not a private choice. It is an institutional decision with sweeping implications, Kwanda. The allegations concern not lifestyle, rumor, or gossip. They concern the president's fitness to discharge constitutional duties, command the armed forces, negotiate with foreign governments, and manage crisis with clarity and sobriety. When the head of state is alleged to be using illegal drugs, Kwanda, and refuses the very test that could confirm or dispel it, the matter transcends personal dignity. It becomes a matter of national security. No nation can risk being led by someone whose credibility is compromised and whose refusal to be transparent fuels doubts that erode public trust, Kwanda. The Filipino people's insistence on a drug test, therefore, is both constitutional and morally unassailable. The Constitution explicitly enshrines the people's right to free speech, peaceful assembly, and petition for redress of grievances. A demand that the President prove his sobriety, particularly when the state once weaponized drug allegations against thousands of ordinary Filipinos, is a constitutionally protected form of political expression. It is not destabilization. It is democratic self-defense. In fact, it is the very essence, it is the very essence of constitutional citizenship. Kung ito'y mangipapalapag na liknaan to ay. Insisting that the most powerful individual in the nation submit to the same standard of accountability imposed on its most powerless. No sika tayo mismo, ordinary people, when we are asked to submit ourselves to drug test sa gauntan, we comply. How much more with the President, Kwanda? The moral logic is even sharper. The Philippines endured years of a brutal drug war that targeted the poor, the marginalized, and the voiceless. Ordinary citizens, ordinary citizens, kontra tatin tanagaging, were subjected to drug test for employment, agauntan, sikatay mismo, schooling, and even entry into certain public facilities. Lives were lost, families destroyed, communities traumatized, all under the promise that drug use is a national threat requiring uncompromising action. If the state once demanded extreme accountability from jeepney drivers, factory workers, tricycle operators, and teenagers rounded up in dark alleys, then moral consistency demands even greater accountability from the President. Di ba, pag nagre-renew tayo ng driver's license natin, nagpapadrug test din. How much more with the President na may responsibilidad na pangagaan ang ating bansa, ang bawat Pilipino. Now, sa ikwanda at ating tanagagik, to excuse him from scrutiny is to admit that drug enforcement was never about safety or justice. It was about power. Power. The people refuse that hypocrisy. Their demand is not vengeance. It is equality before the law. Siyempre, if the law applies to us, it must also apply to the President. Gaundan at atang tanagagig. If the law applies to us, the same manner, it also applies to the President. He's not exempted. Gaundan at atang tanagagig. So this is why the people's call for Marcos' resignation is not only legitimate, Kwanda. It is constitutionally protected. When a president refuses transparency on a matter so central to his capability to lead, the people may demand resignation through peaceful democratic means. Resignation is not rebellion. It is not insurrection. It is a political remedy recognized across democratic societies, a constitutional release valve when institutions fail to comply accountability. It is a form of moral judgment exercised by the sovereign public when the president himself becomes the crisis. Sikatutan so ibabagada. Into this fragile national moment entered DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla, wielding the word sedition as though it were a shield for the presidency. His threat to charge citizens with sedition for calling for Marcos' resignation is a constitutional misfire of alarming proportions, Kwanda. Sedition requires incitement to violence or attempts to overthrow the government through unlawful means. The people's call for resignation, peaceful, reasoned, grounded in constitutional rights, fits none of the elements. The DILG's stance is not a defense of the law. It is a distortion of it. It is an attempt to criminalize dissent and turn legitimate political opinion into prosecutable offense. Sikatuya suwalad liknaan datatang tanagaging. Kaya sa Kwanda, morally Kwanda, the DILG's warning signals a disturbing retreat from democratic values. Ito yung kumatatatang tanagaging. Kasi anong nunta ko? Is the nation under martial law? Gonta natatang tanagaging. A government confident in its legitimacy does not threaten its own people for demanding accountability. It responds with clarity, transparency, and respect. To weaponize the language of sedition against peaceful citizens reflects an authoritarian instinct, an instinct that prioritizes the survival of the leader over the survival of the constitutional order. It is a moral inversion of public service. The people become the problem, while the refusal of the president to address a national doubt becomes invisible. The Filipino people see through this artifice. They know that truth does not fear scrutiny. They know that innocence does not hide behind legal threats. They know that the simplest way to end this crisis is the one action the president refuses to take. Sikatulami babagatay lang tiyatatang tanagagik. To cut the story short, atatang tanagagik, sige lang, magpa-under follicle test na tayo. Tapos ang kwento pag lumabas ang resulta. Agaunta na tatang tanagagik. Undergo a hair follicle drug test administered by independent experts, release the result to the people, to the public, and restore trust through transparency rather than intimidation. Until that happens, kwantuyay, so ang ibas nga o naliknahan to at tanagagik, the call for resignation will not and should not fade. It is rooted in constitutional rights, moral principles, and democratic necessity. The DILG's attempt to suppress it is both constitutionally hollow and morally suspect. The people's demand is constitutionally protected and morally compelling. The republic is not imperiled by citizens demanding truth. It is imperiled by leaders who refuse to face it. In this defining moment, the Filipino people are not threat. They are the guardians of democracy. The burden now lies solely with the President. Confront the truth or confront the consequences of refusing it. Sa kwantuyay. So, ang ibas nga naliknaan to. Untuloy sulik na ibalik, harin ni Nasarin Pakabatan pa imano malalapunit saray manang antabay.
Hindi na ako mananahimik, ilalabas ko ang lahat ng katotohanan. May resibo, may ebidensya, at may pangalan.
68 years old po ang tatay ko nung pinatalsik sa pwesto. 68 years old na rin si Bongbong ngayon.
Anong klaseng kapatid si Senator Amy? Anong klaseng Pilipino si Senator Amy? Kung totoong makapilipino ka, tumulong ka sa pag-iimbestiga.
Ang puta-putangiran sunata.
Dame un
Son ang puta-putangiran impormasyon. Aya sa #1 pop music station. DWJE 88.1 FM. Radyo Pangasinan.
Paborito. Wanna escape the hustle and bustle of city life? Look no further than the River Palm Hotel and Resort, your premier destination for affordable luxury in Pangasinan. Nestled in the heart of Barangay Banyaga, Bugalyon, our hotel is surrounded by the breathtaking beauty of the Agno River. Our haven for comfort embodies the essence of Southeast Asian hospitality. Whether you're seeking a romantic getaway, a family vacation, or just a peaceful retreat, the River Palm Hotel and Resort is the perfect choice. So what are you waiting for? Book a tranquil experience where unforgettable memories are waiting to be made. For reservations and more information, visit our Facebook page, River Palm Hotel and Resort. Your home by the river awaits you.
Isang paalala mula sa Sinpelco. Ang flying connection o pagbibigay serbisyo ng kuryente sa kapitbahay na walang pahintulot ang Sinpelco ay isa sa mga ipinagbabawal sa ilalim ng Republic Act 7832. Ito ay isang krimen na maaaring makulong at magmulta ang napatunayang tumatangkilik dito. Kung kayo po ay may nalalaman ukol sa nasabing illegal na gawain, maaaring ipagbigay alam ito sa tanggapan ng Sinpelco.
We want you well, cause we care. Here at WellCare Diagnostic Center. Deserve mo ng best care, kaya dito ka na sa WellCare Diagnostic Center. We want you well, cause we care. Here at WellCare Diagnostic Center.
Visit WellCare Diagnostic Center, located at the Pandan Town Center, Mapandan, Pangasinan. For reliable and top-notch healthcare services, you deserve the best care. WellCare Diagnostic Center.
Celebration! Staycation with family or an intimate moment with your special one. Merong perfect na venue yan sa Mapandan. Cora's Manor and Garden. Magmalamay-ari ng mansyon at these magnificent enclave place here at Cora's Manor and Garden. Carry out any occasion sa kanilang garden cafe or party at their poolside. Have a sing-along at their music room. Relax at their room accommodation or enjoy a private time with someone. Sa kanilang Cabana A, kung saan may private outdoor jacuzzi kayo in an enclosed place. Enjoy great food, warmly welcoming staff, exceptional accommodations, and relaxing scenery at Cora's Manor and Garden. Whatever it is, Cora's Manor and Garden is the perfect place to be. Visit them at Barangay Pias, Mapandan, Pangasinan, or call them at 0945-800-7074. Experience a special moment, how it should be at Cora's Manor and Garden.
This is Pangasinan Gulf Waves Network Corporation. In Dagupan City, DWJE 88.1 FM, Radyo Pangasinan.
Likna ay balay ng Radyo Pangasinan. Ito'y mapapakinggan Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Likna ay balay ng Radyo Pangasinan.
Alas 8:34 oras na natin sa Lignay Valley. Diyan nga rin nasa kapaborito tayo ng RJ Jimenez always at your service. Nakakulot na kakanta ba ni sa magtarilingkor kapaborito Joseph Kanilang Bakani. Hello, good morning kay Sir Jerome. Tenorio sabi niya 105th Bugalyon Patronal and Town Fiesta 2025 in honor of our patron Saint Andre the Apostle, November 24. Asinggerla next Monday tan. Yano inar walay nagawan bloodletting, then professional nights November 25. Agaw yal maralos tan managsigay, labi na Manonesia Parishioners Night November 26. Tan malikat ya pabatik Color Fund Run, labi ng Lakit and Bay Senior Citizens Night November 27. Larong Lahi, labi Umbaryo Barangay Night November 28. Sports Youth Fest, labi Kalanguran Night November 29. Civic Parade Drum and Lyre Kapuso Fiesta November 30. High Mass Agaw ipamalikat at Gugaw Kalutan at Dalan Romulo Highway Kwanto. Nesay mass schedule on the feast day of St. Andrew the Apostle Parish Church, 5:30 a.m. first mass, 6:45 a.m. second mass, 8:30 a.m. third mass. Main presider His Excellency Most Reverend Napoleon John Sipalay Jr., OPDD Bishop of the Diocese of Alaminos, and on November 30 also is Reverend Father Raymond Bok Oligani. Kabalens, good morning. Anniversary da, Jerome Antinorio Portik Bugalyon, Pangasinan. Nitan, imbasak la Jerome, ang gapulay ni Bagam Ditan. Okay? So, sikatutan so may mensahe yanan la po at kinan Sir Jerome. Yon. Bueno, untuloy tayo atat ng talagagig. At saya nagagawa natin, jadban sa tayong Pilipinas. At wala man so ni balikas mo lanti ng DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon. Guntan, ya sa ikwanto at yagal to so presidente. Ya sa ikwanto, sikato mismo so ang ibaga, ang ibasngaw, ang ibulgar, nasaratan niya nagagawan anomalya at gobyerno kanto. At sa may abasa tayo the principle of command responsibility, the doctrine of command responsibility under Executive Order number 226 series of 1995. Walay elements to na tatin tanagagi qualify may violator at sa tanya violate tutan so command responsibility. Sa kwanto jay sa may doctrine of command responsibility, any government official shall be held accountable for neglect of duty under the doctrine of command responsibility if, first element, he has knowledge that a crime or offense shall be committed, is being committed, or has been committed. Second element, by his subordinates or by others within his area of responsibility. And number 3 element, third element, the most important. Despite such knowledge, he did not take preventive or corrective action either before, during, or immediately under its commission. Sikatutan mo si babagada at atong tanagagig. To hold someone in violation of the doctrine of command responsibility, the following elements must be present. Must be present kwanda. Antura man elements lamat, ulitin tayo. First element, that he has knowledge that a crime of offense or offense shall be committed, is being committed, or has been committed. Second element, say nanggawa na sa raratan niya krimen at by his subordinates, aritututo or by others within his area of responsibility. And the third element, despite such knowledge, he did not take preventive or corrective action either before, during, or immediately under its commission. Following those three elements, yun po yung doctrine of command responsibility. Ititilak kulad si kayutan natan. Ya liknaan atatang tanagagik aral yun maong. Ay, yagi, makadral na ulo. So, saya nagagawad si katayagon natatang tanagagik, Pero let's pray. Let's pray na maliwanagan tayo sa mga gantong bagay. Sa may kwantila lante, mainumay na sumsumpalta namin yaligasyon noon tumbok labat. So, Chief Executive noon tumbok labat sa presidente tayo. At sa tayo kakaroon da. Tas sikatuti aligasyon dat sikato. Nasumsumpalta namin no untuwag. Pero sa ibabaga na Malacanang lanti, ande. Dagabay. Why? Apay, akin, bakit? Agdagabay. Kasi, pwede namang two things. Two things ang papasok sa utak natin. Bakit ayaw? Simply because, una siguro, ayaw nilang patulan. Pero secondly, pwedeng totoo. Yun lang naman eh. Ayaw patulan or pwedeng totoo. Ay, agi. Puntahan nga natin yung mga SALN ng Office of the President and the Office of the Vice President. Walay nahalata yun balita tatang tanagagig. Una ang tila opisina na Vice President. Si Vice President Sara Duterte declared net worth at timagay since she assumed the second highest post in the land from 71.058 million in June 2022 to 88,512,370 pesos and 22 centavos, may butal pa, as of December 31, 2024, or a difference of 17.45 million. Ito ay base sa kopya ng statements of assets and liabilities and net worth filed from June 30, 2022 to December 31, 2024. Sa Office of the President naman, meron din tayong nakuha na SALN report at ating tanagagi. Ito, basahin din natin. Binasa natin yung SALN ng Office of the Vice President. Ito naman, basahin natin ang SALN ng Office of the President. Base dito sa SALN report at ating tanagagik. By the way, bago tayo lumagpas, nagpapasalamat po ang Balugo Elementary School learners sa binigay na pagmamahal ng Office of the Vice President, Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, Honorable Sara Duterte, kasi binigyan po sila ng service vehicle. Oy, congratulations So may service vehicle na po ang Balugo Elementary School, courtesy of the Office of the Vice President. Oy, sana all. And by the way, happy birthday sa kanilang principal po dyan sa Balugo Elementary School, si Sir Richard. Sir Richard, happy birthday. Anyalaman na tatong tanagagikay. So, SALN report na sa Office of the President at tatong tanagagik. Ito, ibabasa ko po sa inyo. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr.'s net worth increased by more than 1,600%. More than 100% at tatong tanagagik. Sa kayamanan ko noon na sa Presidente, timagay na ate 1,600% from 2005 when he was governor of Ilocos Norte to the end of 2024 as president of the country, a period of almost 20 years. According to Rafi Timas report citing the analysis, according to At ating tanagagik, Marcos declared a net worth of 79 million pesos in 2005 and 1.375 billion on December 31, 2024. Ganyan kayaman. 1.375 billion pesos at ating tanagagik, si Katutan. Nan-increase na more than 1,600%. Ay, basta nakakasiguro si former Executive Secretary Bersamin na sa ikwanto, I am ready to stand up and back my innocence. Hindi raw siya nakatanggap ng 100 billion pesos. Ay, sige. Harap yun lang amin ita na tatong tanagagig, tapi ang tanat pati si kami, naliwawaan maalaga untahan. Naakalara tayo gunigun mi, tani. At sararayan kaplasan na tatong tanagagig, nang nangyura may itsura na saramay si Wol tayo at tatong tanagagik, wala may nalata yun picture, unyaso itsura, nasay si Wol, singaditan at bali tayong binmaloy, again, tumay itsura tumay ipanang ng tapa Engineer Richard, may itsura na sa may Bunlag, Baywalk, ditan at binmaloy. Grabe, kusukos, sudalin, nagagik sa ating dalan na bagyon uwan, talagang maksil, may bagyo, ninunyutan na nagagik Bunlag, Baywalk, binmaloy, akusukos, sudalin, pigaran establishing ng tubitan, so adral-dural, nina yung itsura dang, kapit itsura to, ay, tayo ramay singa, singa niya, tumtumbara gagik, at tayo may itsura na sa may walakad singa damsite, untan so itsura, nagawad sa tay Baywalk ditan at bali tayong binmalay. Wala so papaninunda, may San Fabian, Mabilao, Baywalk at atong tanagagig.
Po ang San Fabian, Mabilao, Baywalk. Bagong gawa lang po ito. November 19, 3 p.m. po ang kuha natin. Sayang po, makadinaya po itong sheet piles that we're seeing right now are actually sheet piles. Ang problema, mukhang mababaw, problema parang 1 meter lamang. Itong sheet pile na to na dapat ay nasa 12 meters to 15 meters para sa po ang effective sa dagat. Ayan po, wasak na ang San Fabian, Mabilao, Baywalk.
Wrath of Nature tanata.
Wasak po ang San Fabian, Mabilao, Baywalk. Bagong gawa lang po ito, November 19, 3 p.m.
Sa may daluyo na tatang tanagagig. Pero sa ibabaganatan, tulad ng seawall sa Pugaro at sa ni-rehabilitate na seawall sa Tondaligan Baywalk sa Dagupan, nananatiling matatag at walang kasira-sira ang kasalukuyan pa rin ni-rehabilitate na seawall sa San Fabian. Kwanto, mangyari ginamitan na rin ito ng matibay na steel sheet pile na makikita sa larawan sapagkat mas matitindi na ang bagyo at daluyong ng alon ngayon. Bukod pa sa katotohanang dumikit na ang tubig dagat sa mismong seawall sanhi ng global warming. Ang lumang disenyo ng seawall ay ginamitan ng PVC sheet pile dahil malayo ito sa tubig dagat ng panahong yon. Hindi pwedeng ikumpara ang disenyo ng Baywalk sa Binmali at Baywalk sa San Fabian dahil magkaiba ang topografiya ng dalawang lugar. Mapapansin ang Binmali at Lingayen Baywalk ay malayo pa sa shoreline, hindi tulad ng sa San Fabian at Tondaligan Baywalk na dikit na sa dagat at tubig dagat ng direktang humahampas. Yan. Abasag yata itong tanagagig. At sa may post na Sir Gypsy, Madam Gypsy Manaya, Baldobino at ating tanagagig. Actually, in line with this abitlatiman sa may global warming, walay mensahe ito ng Vice President Sara ni pakarat sa tay global warming ayalanti so nalilik na tayo at ating tanagagig karay. Dengalanti pa, sa may mensahe na say Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, Vice President Sara Duterte.
The Philippines contributes minimally to global emissions, yet bears a disproportionate burden from climate impacts. As we observe Global Warming and Climate Change Consciousness Month, let us recognize that climate change is personal. It affects the land we farm, the waters we fish, the homes we build, and the future we leave our children. This year, 15 typhoons battered our shores, displaced thousands of people, and left communities in poverty and incredible state of destruction. Climate change-related calamities test our resilience and readiness as families, as communities, and as a nation. Let us remind ourselves that our choice matters. How we consume, what we waste, how we build. Each decision either deepens the challenge or helps us adapt, reduce, or prepare for the more adverse effects of climate crisis. The Office of the Vice President has already planted 1 million trees all across the Philippines in just 3 years. This was our commitment in the advocacy to strengthen our defenses against the impact of climate change. I urge local governments to prioritize climate preparation and adaptation in development planning.
Naputol na doon? Oh, napultot, sayang. So yan ang isang kinakaharap din natin problema ang tatang tanagagik, climate change. Kanyan o niya laso nalilik na tayo at tatang tanagagik. Yakakasil ng sari bagyo ninyutan, walay mangi istorya tsak ingan. Singa sa ate agawad sa dimalan niya bagyon owan, bitan at tundaligan. First time kuno, at pigay taon niya panaayam daladitan at tundaligan. Nagkalalula di man bunag na sa may BGMP agamtan. At first time daya nalik na experience ya sikarat na uluuban na danum. Ya yaman lapod dayat. Dakal manay apir-pir diditan na tatang tanagagig. Garay-garay iraramay pwesto ya luuban iran na danum matatang tanagagig. Grabe mat. So epekto nasa may bagyo at sikaraditan. Nalik na tayo. So pandumaan. Nasarati bagyo natan. Singa may last yalik na tayo si Owan. Kaya sana makanunot mo't iray leader sa atatang tanagagik. Ya idandamot ko mo na importansya. Idandamot ko mo na importansya atatang tanagagik. So satay climate change. Ya agtayo na pagpolyanan. Iraratay kapalanduyan tayo. Nagkalalula tay Sierra Madre. Tasikatutan so iyag-agalan tayo atatang tanagagik. Yan nakalbo. Tanu akalbutan. Ayagi, anggapoy mangiyagal at sika tayo. Sekwanda, nan dimhapo, nan landing si Owan, dimbalan dita na Sierra Madre, adral may matato. At least, nabawasan ng puwersa yakwanda, gagik, gauntan. Yajad yung pakabawas na puwersa to, pero maksil ninsan siya. Pero nagabawasan, di mas lalon maksil, kwanda. Agaw tanatang tanagagik kanyan. Ayagi. Uwila ko mo natatang tanagagik. Ya danmat itan na imano nasaray leaders tayo. Update. Update tayo natatang tanagagik. Red notice versus ko kinakasa. Kakasadalagagik kinumpirma kahapon ng Office of the Ombudsman na hihilingin nila na isama ang pangalan ng dating mambabatas na si Zaldico sa Interpol Red Notice para siya ay maibalik sa Pilipinas. Naniniwala ang Ombudsman na ito ang pamamaraan para madakip si Ko kasunod ng pagsasampan nila nitong Martes ng malversation of public funds at Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act sa Sandigan Bayan. Si Katoy Sinagapandala na kaso agagik, si former Congressman Zaldico. Si Ko kasama mga opisyal ng Department of Public Works and Highways at Board of Directors ng SunWest Corporation Construction Company na pag-aari ni Ko ang mga respondents dahil sa umano'y connection nila sa grossly substandard na dike sa Nauhan, Oriental Mindoro na nagkakahalaga ng 289.5 million pesos. Ang warrant of arrest na ilalabas ng Sandigan Bayan ay magagamit daw na batayan sa pagkansila ng pasaporte at Interpol Red Notice. Ani Assistant Ombudsman Miko Clavano. Nasama na po doon sa mga request po natin. Sana yung isang request po natin, sana maraffle agad para mas mapadali pa yung pag-issue ng warrant of arrest. Tapos pag nalabas na yung warrant of arrest, pwede natin gamitin yun sa pag-apply sa Interpol for Red Notice. So on the basis of that warrant, na si Ombudsman, marami po tayong remedies. Pwede po tayong humingi sa korte na i-cancela po ang passport ni Zaldico. Pag na-cancel na po yan, mas malimit na po ang kanyang galaw. Hindi na po siya makakabiyahe from one country to another. On top of that, pwede rin po tayong humingi ng Interpol Red Notice kung saan pwede nang actively hanapin si Ginoong Zaldico kung saan man siya. And yung obligasyon po ng isang bansa kung may Interpol Red Notice ay arestuin po ang isang tao at i-deport o extradite. Maganda rin po yan para sa atin at ating tanagagig para makaharap na rin sa korte si Ginoong Zaldico. Tagauntan, basta yung panawagan ni Cardinal David, November 23 at November 30. Yan, malawakang protesta daw yan. Bena, hanggang pala malam yung oras sa ating tanagagik. Diyan nga rin na si kapaborito tayo RJ Jimenez, always at your service. Akalo pa kantabay lalangulad likna ay balay. Say magtarin lingkor magtarin kapaborito Joseph Canilang Bakani. Kantabay timat the technical side. Say Alon Lunag at pusunan Madam Charis, Engineer Nixon Dakal. Likewise, good morning kay Engineer Dennis Palaganas. Sikaso ilaman nyo at atin tanagagi ka, tani 35 days more to go. Christmas lang. Yan makaawat kimat na regalo yun. See you po ulit bukas at ating tanagagi sa isa pang edisyon ng ating Liknaay Bali. Dito lamang po sa number 1 news, pop news station ng lalawigan ng Pangasinan, DWJE 88.1 FM Radio Pangasinan. Paborito!
Nanggalan iray nanduruman lignaan na balay. Yain balita tan sinimbat ng kapaborito RJ Jimenez tan Joseph Canilang Bakani. Lignaan na balay. Jalabat DWJE 88.1 FM Radyo Pangasinan. Parad aliguas tan arangkaday kalasyaw ang inyong lingkod sa ating bayan. Ang bawat isa ay mahalaga. Sama-sama nating itaguyod ang disiplina, malasakit at tunay na pagbabago. Sa tulong ng inyong suporta, patuloy nating mapapalago ang ating komunidad. Malinis, ligtas at maunlad. Isang mensahe mula kay Mayor Patrick Agustin Caraman. Kasama ninyo sa bawat hakbang tungo sa progresibong bayan. Alagang Caraman, Kalasyaw, para sa lahat. Tired of the stress and noise of the city? and looking for the perfect getaway? Good thing there's J-Max Resort Hotel. Cozy rooms, a refreshing pool, and a peaceful escape for the whole family. Whether you are on a trip, a barkada outing, or even solo retreat, J-Max Resort Hotel is the perfect destination. So pack your bags, leave the stress behind, and discover the place where relaxation meets comfort. J-Max Resort Hotel, your perfect place for any kind of occasions. J-Max Resort Hotel is located at Villanueva Street, Poblacion Norte, Santa Barbara, Pangasinan. For inquiries, you may call at 0947-980-3263 or 075-636-8479. J-Max Resort Hotel. This is DWJE 88.1 FM Radio Pangasinan, whose sole mission is to inform, to educate, to entertain, delivering to all Pangasinenses news that is true, public service that is sincere, commentary that is fair, and entertainment that is proudly Pangasinense. This is your DWJE 88.1 FM Radio Pangasinan, going beyond just being number one, working towards total domination.
Jad Pangasinan, walay saksakaya radio station ya iiyag na saray Pangasinense. Jad Dagupan, paborito. Manawa,
Paborito!
Mangaldan,
Paborito.
San Fabian,
Paborito!
Jad San Jacinto, paborito. Aya, so
88.1 Radyo Pangasinan. Mas pinapopular ang balita sa Pasko. Mas pinapopular din ang musika sa Pasko. Pangasinan Golfwaves Network Corporation sa Pangasinan. Ito ang inyong number one pop music station. DWJE 88.1 FM Radyo Pangasinan.
DWJE Merry Christmas Pangasinan. Kahit saang sulok ng Pangasinan, ikaw ang pinag-uusapan, ang radyo na paborito ng bayan. DWJE 88.1 FM ang pinapakinggan. Paboritong Merry Pasko, paborito ng kabataan at matatanda. Kasabay ng ilaw, kasabay ng saya, musika at balita, hatid ay pag-asa. Paboritong pakinggan sa bus, tricycle, jeep at mga opisina. Mula umaga hanggang gabi, kasama sa tuwing Pasko'y dumarating na.
Paborito.